Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War, Guild Wars week 9 day 4. So today, of course, at the final day of the Guild War, we need to go win every single one of our battles. As we are currently at, that's not the Guild Wars, we have to go win every single one of our battles because, oh yeah, did we win yesterday? I assume not. No, we did lose. We won on the first day though, so we won 1 out of 4, even with the smaller guild right now, so that's not too bad. But, yeah, we need to win all 5 because if we want to get the shiny Aberrath, we ended up losing twice so far. One against Infinite Loop Mana Drain team, which could have been one if we just went double invulnerable. And the other against, actually, what was the second loss? I actually forget now. Wasn't it something yesterday or was it the day before? I actually completely forgot what we lost to the second time. Oh, I think it was some weird Essence of Evil shenanigan where it hit like perfectly twice in a row and then it kind of just snowballed from there. Because it got Wanda Stars before Wanda Stars casted. But yeah, that was the other one. So the first one was Mana Drain, and the other one was Essence of Evil. But yeah, if we get all 5 today, we should be good to go. So that will be our goal. Beyond that, we have all the weekly spoilers, so we'll be going with that in a moment. And of course, we got to wrap up a bunch of things. We have the Christmas event still going on every day today, as well as all next week. We have things like the PvP thing that I want to try to wrap up today. I might even go for top 3, which I think I put it in the title. What is top 3 looking like? Oh yeah, we could easily go for top 3. As long as they don't, like, shoot up, we can easily go for that. It'll be 3rd instead of 2nd, but yeah, we gotta try to aim for that 3rd. We almost have enough medals alone to end up getting there, so it shouldn't be that hard to close the gap, as I think we had, like, 13,000. That combined with the extra 1,000 that we get means we're already at, like, 19,000 right now, so we don't have to do that much PvP at all. All we have to do is get to, like, 20, 21,000. We should hopefully be fine, fingers crossed. We'll find out at the end when he snipes up, like, 20k points or something. But hopefully it doesn't move that much. But anyways, let's go over all the weekly spoilers. I actually don't even have it up at the moment. That's the achievements. Oh yeah, it finally updated. Okay, so the achievement is working correctly. We can see here, of course, we already finished the trap achievement, but the 2 new ones are also working correctly. Before I wasn't sure because it wasn't updating correctly, but I guess this didn't refresh the page correctly. But yes, we have found the Cursed Mines room and the Powder room. There is a maximum of 1 of these per faction week. So the earliest you can finish this is like 4 Mondays from now. Is the absolute earliest. Technically a little bit later than that because you wouldn't be able to finish it exactly on that Monday. But you know, like 4 weeks from now is like the quickest you could do it, you know, 5 weeks total. So, yeah, it's a good month before we could finish this. And that's if we can find them every single time. There is supposedly a chance that 0 can end up being there. But, yeah, we finally found both of them this week, so that's good. Anyways, hello everyone! Let me go bring up the spoilers and yeah, let's start going over everything. Let's go over, where's web browser? Web browser... there's the calendar, there's the patch notes. Let me go over the campaign one. If we go over to home, we should be able to see it right over here. Let's see. We have the weekly event. That is the one I am looking for. Alright, so what are we getting next week? We got ourselves the Bloodbath with a Karkaroth event week. It deals some damage to an enemy, and if they are bleeding, then dispel, curse, and drain 3 mana from them. What a weird combination. And has that vampirism thing that a lot of things this season has. That's not amazing. It seems pretty average, especially for an epic. But it's not really doing much, even if it did that guaranteed without needing to bleed. It's not a lot of damage. Dispel and curse is nice. Because it dispels and then curses. One of the reasons why this is relevant is if they have bless, this should still curse them. So if you try to curse something that has bless on it, it will not dispel them, nor would it apply curse to them. It simply just cancels out their bless. And if you curse them a second time, it would then curse them and dispel them. However, this does the dispel to get rid of the bless before it does the curse. So that's not bad. If we ever got an option that did 4 times this, it would be really, really strong. Like an option that has 4 times dispel into 4 times curse on their ability. Very, very strong troop. 0 things in the entire game do that at the moment. There's things that can spam curse, in which case you have to double curse to get rid of their stats. But there's nothing that in one cast does dispel and curse at the same time. So this is a pretty cool premise, but it would need to hit all 4 enemies for the troop that's attached to be useful at all. Only hitting 1 and having the condition of bleed just isn't strong enough, unfortunately. But the concept is good, it's not strong enough. Yeah, we get another copy of the pet if you still need it if you didn't get this week. And then just a pretty standard world event. Alright. Yeah, next week honestly doesn't have too much going on. The biggest 2 things is finish the Christmas event and the Wednesday pet. The Wednesday pet is, of course, the 2025 holiday pet. Make sure to get that. They are easier than ever to get in the future. However, still nice to get the day of, so you don't have to worry about it. And of course, we have a bounty hunter, so we are going to be getting this new bounty hunter troop. I don't believe it does anything though. Deal some damage to an enemy. Yeah, it does nothing. Even if that's 1-to-1 ratio, even if that's 5 times ratio, that's still not worth it. So yeah, it's just going to be dead compared to, you know, Takaraki and all the other things. Obviously, you have to use it this week, but beyond this week, you would never use it again after this bounty hunter. But yeah, that's all the things coming in next week. But overall, yeah, not that much. It's mostly just finishing up all the holiday stuff. Don't forget, on Christmas Day, you can get the free 50 gems or whatever they're doing from the calendar. On Wednesday, of course, we have the pet, as we just mentioned. And then the only other thing, I guess, is like the bounty hunter at the week. But yeah, it's a pretty tame week. Just kind of finishing up a lot of the festive holiday stuff. Whereas this week was the week that pretty much everything happened. Anyways, so let's start getting into everything. Before I do, hello everyone! Let me start from the top. Hello, Mulu. Hello, Lady Alfred, as well as thank you for the continued support. Greatly appreciated. Hello, yeah. Hello, Solitary. Welcome. Hello, Jets. Has the game changed much in the last 2 years? A decent amount. A lot of the changes in the last 2 years have honestly been really PvP heavy, as far as them reworking Guild Wars, PvP, other similar things. They also reworked Underspire quite a bit to be quite a bit better, which is most recent. Just happened a week ago. Other things, mostly just quality of life and stuff. I would say the 2 biggest changes that have happened in the last 2 years is a lot of fundamental changes with PvP, and quality of life and some Underspire changes are the main 3. Nothing like too over the top changing, and it's probably been the longest amount of time the game has gone with no major meta shift, though they were mentioning last year that still hasn't been implemented, some kind of huge update that might be implemented in 10.0 that does seem like it will fundamentally change the meta for quite a while. As the meta hasn't really shifted much in the last, like, 5-ish years. There's some things that become really strong that get used a lot, like, you know, Flower Dragon when it came in, or Stellaryx when it came in, then Flower Dragon, and stuff like that, which are 2 pretty noteworthy ones the last 2 years. Flower Dragon, Stellaryx, and Maelstrom Dagannoth. Maelstrom Dagannoth being the easiest one to get, just 8 power orbs. But, beyond that, we haven't seen mechanically a huge change. Like when they added traits, when they had back in 2015, when they added these trait stone thingies, or, you know, these metal thingies in 2019. Like, there hasn't been like a huge meta shift like that in a very, very long time. But it does seem like they have a feature in the future that within the next year or so would probably be doing that, which would be the longest duration we've ever gone without like a super meta changing feature. Hello, Ron. Hello, Solitary. Hello, Crisp. Hello, Chad. Hello, Clip Bomb. Hello, everyone else. Welcome. Alright, so what are we doing? Let's see. Let's go do... What do we need here? Let's go to Guild War. Let's start with Guild War, go get our perfect 5-0, right? And then we'll start clearing everything else out. We'll probably save PvP for last, though at some point I should probably go up, get the 1-hour booster going. So I'll probably do the 1-hour booster as soon as we finish out Guild Wars, because I don't want to rush to Guild Wars. And then we'll run a 1-hour booster through the rest of today, doing whatever stuff we still have to go and clean up, finishing out Underspire, finishing out PvP, whatever else we need. But anyways, let's go do Guild Wars. We are up against a green layout. Looks like we're going to go top. Top does have an extra annoying battle. We have to do a dragon battle and a, well, technically it's an elemental battle, but you know it's going to be dragon. It's Flower Dragon with Mirage Queen. But this is going to be a Flower Dragon battle, and this is going to be a Takshaka battle, which are a little bit more annoying than just Center, which is just a Takshaka battle. But, yeah, let's go all the way up and see if we can get through it. So far, only 3 people in my whole guild got through it this time around, though. That's actually crazy. Wait, really? Is this guild that strong? That only 3 people made it all the way through? Of course, we're still using the pretty safe team as we have been. Don't think there is really any modifications we're going to need, other than maybe hero class change. And, yeah, let's get into it. What traits are we running right now? Well, we're running Archmages. Doesn't matter what traits I need to switch to. It should already be defaulted to the correct setup. So hello, Defiant. Welcome. Oh, yeah, let me go open the code section, too. I didn't bother bringing it up yet. Let me go grab that. Boom. All right, should be good to go. All right, so what do we need? Yellow to purple. Do you do anything? No. I wish you did. Do we still go for it? No. Let's do that and then wait. How about now? Yes. All right, do we win? All right, win. Go. Alright, win. Get another win in there. Get a few more wins in there. Gem spawn a little bit lower, but we have all the mana accumulation in the world. And that should be a match. There we go, easy enough. Alright, now for the real battles. So, I guess we'll go up. Well, I kind of have to go up because we're going straight up. Alright, what do we have here? An Essence of Evil with the tracker. Which one does this do extra damage to? Just 2 times to everything. Interesting. I guess this is a kill Essence of Evil angle. He's running Archer, so he's really Greenstorm heavy. Which makes sense because he's, oh, that's interesting. He's creating a bunch of skull off of that and then doing the green convert. Purple to green is probably the main concern we have here. Is Archmage still worth it? I could technically freeze him out. We could stun him out even with other things. This just might be an Archmage's angle to go and rush it down low. Because he doesn't have Submerge or anything. So yeah, I think there's going to be Archmage's, rush it down, get a good turn 1, and go from there. Should be fine. Shouldn't need to really tweak anything else here. Alright, we have alignment. That is huge. We are not frozen on anything because he doesn't even have a starting freeze. That is already Wand of Stars at full mana and 4 times Curse. That is unfortunately not full mana as a follow-up though. Still not full mana, really surprised. This could miss, but we're still going for it. Alright, perfect. Alright, we're just good to go now. He is burnt. We have a decent amount of purple layout. We should be able to get an extra turn here. Nice, got it. Got full mana again, do it again. Nice, got it, do it again. Nice, got it, do it again. Nice, got it, do it again. Good old Elamagrim. I remember when he used to be good. He's not bad, but he's kind of gotten power creeped out a little bit. But he's pretty safe for the current game mode. Ignore the 2 losses we have. But he's pretty safe for the current Guild Wars. Assuming outlier shenanigans don't end up occurring. Alright, what do we have here? So this is obviously pretty standard team, though a little bit weird running Emberclaw in first slot. Everything else checks out, though. He's running Elementalist. Is he going to be the one person that finally runs Submerge? No. Why does no one run Submerge? Well, I don't have to run the other thing, then. Do we just go Archmagus, or do we try playing it a little bit safer? The main concern is Flower Dragon. Like, Flower Dragon and Essence of Evil is his entire team. Both 50% mana started. Emberclaw will luckily block the red and yellow mana lol. So we're more so worried about the Essence of Evil then. Which is so far the main thing we lost to otherwise. Oh no, is he really going to be getting that much extra turn from Emberclaw? I'm trying to contemplate if we should even bother freezing him or not. Like if I should go Frost Mage instead of Archmages. But honestly, I'd rather have all the extra mana that we get from Archmages. Especially if we can get rolling before we get stunned. And even if we do get stunned, as long as we double Wand of Stars, we no longer have stun. Actually, no, single, because he doesn't have Curse. Unless he lands Essence of Evil, but then we have a bigger issue of dying to Essence of Evil. That's a whole different issue. But, yeah, we should be good to go. I don't think we need to modify anything here. We want the momentum of Archmages here. Is 1,400 the max? No. I'm not sure what exact max is. It's really hard to hit. It's theoretically impossible to actually hit max points. Because you would have to insta-kill something every battle, win within 2 turns, get like an 8-time match, and like a few other things like that. So max is theoretically impossible to do. But if you're getting at least 1,400, that is basically max, theoretically. Like anything 1,400 above is effectively max points. Because actual max is quite literally impossible, most likely. There's just too many things that need to align that are very unlikely to align 5 battles in a row. Alright, this is bad. Mostly because I have nowheres to cast our ability at all, not even close. I'm tempted to take the red to get him burned. But then I give him 4 times blue, which we obviously do not want. There's a Brown Storm active right now, so I kind of want to take this. The reason why we want to take this one is we have a good chance of getting browns here, but also still have the chance of getting the yellow. Whereas if we do something like this, we wouldn't be able to get all that. But it's mostly for the double brown here, as there's also a chance we get 4 times brown. Oh, we got 8 brown. It's not where we needed it, though. Do I have yellow to purple? No. I can burn him now. I guess we take a red, burn him, and just see what we can get from there. And just start snowballing from there. He gets a little bit of mana. We still do not have alignment, but as long as Wand of Stars doesn't miss, we should be okay. It doesn't look like it missed. Good. Okay, I think we won. I still don't have the curse, which I ideally want to do before we start rolling. Just to make sure we can get the burn. I cannot land curse right now, unless I want to try Wand of Stars. This actually would have been an instance where mech actually wouldn't have been that bad. Because I can't burn the first slot is the problem right now. As I would need to land a curse, and this guy just does not want to land his extra turn thingy. Do I have a Cascade over here that I can use? No. I guess let's go for Wand of Stars and hope we can get it. This board is horrible to try to do an Elamagrim on, is the problem. So we'll do that. No, I wasted my burn and I missed. Oh, no! No! Well, there goes Wand of Stars. We're now frozen on everything. Alright, well, that's the start of the end. No! And, of course, now we have alignment. A little late. A little late. We'll still try for it, though. There's a chance. There be a chance. We still got Bless on our core of our team. Nice! Hero died. Okay, we won because Hero died. Huge. Hero dying there was the best case scenario. We now full resummon. We have explodes per turn, and now we just click Element Grim until we win. We had to sacrifice our hero for it, but we're good to go now. If Hero would have lived, that would have been problematic because we'd be frozen on every color. But that is very useful, though I do not have mana right now, which is very concerning. I need a little bit more mana than that. We're kind of a little blocked. I guess I'll just take some purple. Oh yeah, you know why we are getting so much less mana? It's because Archmagus died. So we're not getting the +3 purple anymore. I was wondering why it's like going a little bit slower. But yeah, that will do it. The only problem right now is our resummoner explodey guy is kind of being blocked as well right now due to the resummon. But we do get 2 explodes per turn and whatever on earth this guy does. Convert 5 green. Oh, it's red gems. Oh, that's good. Everything on my team uses red, including himself. That's actually really good. Do I want to kill him here? I feel like the answer is yes. Even though I really need purple mana, we're going to get 2 explodes. That kind of works into that. So I think I take a skull here because you could take some amount of skulls anyways. Let's get rid of his... Oh, no, it doesn't get rid of it. Okay. Like I said, that gets rid of his mana accumulation, but now he's dead. And now we have Element Grim. We have 3 burns, and we should be good to go. Now we just keep casting Element Grim until it fails. And we should be able to clean up with the split damage on whatever's left, or even use that to try to get board alignment if we need. Though I kind of want to wait until Element Grim starts to miss before we go for that. So let's not do that yet. We have a reburn, but I don't need it at the moment because they're all burned already, so we're not going to click on it. Now we're going to create less off of Element Grim, but it's a really good board setup, so we can still go for it. Now we want to go for split damage because it's guaranteed, though I guess the other thing would have already won anyways, and there we go. What a scuffed battle! But hey, the hero sacrifice for the win. But yeah, if Hero didn't die there, we actually would have lost. But yeah, the Zarg boom pile was really big. I don't think we needed it to win, but we did need Hero to die there to win. If Hero was still alive with even just 1 HP, that would have been one of the few instances where having higher stats would have actually been a disadvantage. Because that battle would have played out so much differently if Hero was completely frozen on every color there. But the fact that we had double Bless, Flaming Ani, and Element Grim was all we need to win. Because this whole team is only 2 troops. It's just Flaming Ani and Element Grim. Everything else is just to make it work. Mercy is just to give it mana initially and to get the curse so you can burn everything. Wand of Stars is for backup curse in case that fails, as well as to bless, so which they both had bless at that point, so they don't get inflicted by freeze or anything else. And then you just loop with these 2 forever. Like, the whole team is just 2 troops. These are just to facilitate them to not lose. Alright, now we're up against standard just spam Takshaka. Luckily, his weapon is very underwhelming, so this should be a pretty free battle. He's just using Resummon instead of Essence of Evil, so there's no real time threat. But that being said, I think this might actually be a stun angle. Since we're not on a time threat, this is one thing I should have switched on the other team. Not the one we lost, but on one of the battles we did yesterday. Since we're not on a timer, since we don't have Essence of Evil here, this is definitely an Elementalist angle. As long as we stun these Takshakas and freeze them, they can't really do much. And we're under no time pressure from his weapon because all it's doing is resummoning. And we're killing everything simultaneously anyway, so he's not even going to get any resummons most likely. So it's better to go slower, get the stuns, get the freezes off of Elementals, and we should be fine. The one thing I do need to change though is I think I'm on Submerge from the last battle we used, so let me make it on Barrier again. Yeah, we are, just making sure. Just in case we need the tankiness. In case worse comes to worse, it'll allow us to kill Takshaka without taking as much damage. Where Submerge does nothing on this battle. We should be good to go. Extra brown mana, sure, why not? Submerge, everything else, other things. Yeah, we should be good. Alright, is that everything? I don't think we need to change anything else. Let's get into it. That should be everything. Alright, Takshaka battle. There's 1 to 2 that can really kill us. Well, technically 3. The dragon one could have as well and got pretty close. And then there's Takshaka, and then of course the Maelstrom Dagannoth at the end. Which we haven't actually seen a Maelstrom Dagannoth a single time this week. Which I'm actually kind of surprised. In all fairness, 2 of the days we didn't actually make it to the final battle, so I guess we only made it to the final battle once. But on the one day we made it to the final battle, it was not a Maelstrom Dagannoth team, surprisingly. Alright, do we have everything we need to win? He's 4 times burned. I'm going to go for this just in case we can get another extra turn. I want to try to freeze, stun, and tangle like everything on this team. And for whatever reason, we're really missing on first slot. I guess we're just going to have to go for it. Alright, we got it. It's fine. We still never got it on him, though. Let me clear the board. I'm not a fan of the setup at the moment. Oh, good. We finally got it. Let me go clear the board real quick and try for a better Element Grim setup. Ooh, that's a juicy alignment right there. They're already cursed, right? Yeah, so I don't need to worry about it again. Let's just go for it and hope it lands. It does indeed land. No alignment on the other thing, but we can just recast it. No, I think this is explode angle. Oh, no, I can't yet. Never mind. Okay, we just go for it and hope it doesn't miss. There's a really good chance it misses on this board, though. All right, good. It got a nice clump over there, so it didn't miss. All right, that should pretty much just be matched then. We go for it one more time. And everything but hero is dead, and then we kill hero, and it doesn't even get to summon or do anything. That was easy. All right, final battle. Now, is this going to be our first and only Maelstrom Dagannoth battle? Because that was one thing I was concerned on with this team, as far as what we'd have to fight. No! Okay, we got really lucky. We got a whole week with no Maelstrom Dagannoth on a week where Maelstrom Dagannoth would be really strong. It would basically force us to have to use Mechanist Hero class on this fight, as we would need to have Dispel to get rid of the constant submerges, as you can't curse it away, so you would have to Dispel it away. So to be able to run Element Grim against it, you would have to do it, otherwise you would need to completely restructure your team. But somehow we've gone a whole week without seeing it a single time. However, we do have Essence of Evil Flower Dragon with Beatrix, which is a very strong team. I think we're just going to go Elementalist again. Oh, I just realized, this is an Insane Witch. Hey, we found her. What guild did she move to? Does it even say? Yeah, what guild is this? She used to be in our guild. After Isabel left, she ended up leaving. Let's see. What do we even need to do here? We can go for Wand of Stars, Bane of Mercy, into the Convert. Yeah, I think we just stick with Elementals here. The one thing I do want to change, though, of course, is the thing that we changed back earlier. I want Submerge back. We need Submerge to counter out Flower Dragon. So we're going to switch back to Submerge since Barrier isn't really doing much for us. Whereas Submerge just basically makes us unkillable. Because aside from Essence of Evil, he has nothing that can bypass Submerge. Flower Dragon does nothing to Submerge, and Beatrix does nothing to Submerge. And obviously Leprechaun does nothing to Submerge. So the only thing that could do any pressure is Essence of Evil. So if we kill Essence of Evil, we basically win the battle if we are submerged. As they can't do anything other than skull damage pokes. So yeah, it's basically kill Essence of Evil and then we win. And we can use Bane of Mercy to gain a higher amount of attack to try to damage pressure if it hasn't been entangled yet. And just get it blessed up and try to do it that way with like explodes. Might even not even need the Element Grim. Obviously we'll still want to have it though, just for damage pressure. So we can get the loop going. But it's mostly going to be a slower Elementalist build. Try to stun, freeze, entangle them out. And then just whittle them down. And we should be fine. As long as we're submerged up, there's very minimal damage you could do beyond Essence of Evil. All right, are we good to go? Let me just double check on Submerge again that we said it's a Submerge. That is indeed Submerge. We're on Elementalist. Everything else is in order. All right, let's go do it. Final battle. We got to win this to get shiny Aberrath. Oh, that's a good starting board, though. Ooh, well, not amazing. I don't have my Convert that I need. But it is good. It's really good. Still don't have the Convert that we need. Okay, I just need to not miss Wand of Stars, and we already won. That's asking for a lot, though. You know it's going to full miss. Ooh, okay, it landed, but no extra turn. Which is a little sketchy. But he didn't get Flower Dragon rolling, so we're fine. That was almost really bad. Though, if he had hypothetically got infinite damage there, we would still have a 3x resummon off of Flaming Ani due to the Submerge. So even if he went mega crazy with 10 Flower Dragons and like 5 Beatrixes, we would still have a Flaming Ani alive. So that could still recover because he has full mana and then cast. Unless he Essence of Evil did, in which case we'd be dead. So we got really close to dying, but we did not die there. We should be fine now, right? We have +1 brown, so that's full mana. Keep landing a bunch of stuns and everything on the opposing team. Get all those down. Trying to set up the board nicely for Element Grim, as it's very important that we land that. So much so, I think I'm even good at board clear here. It's just really important we get amazing Element Grim, and that we get as many disables down as we possibly can. I'm even going to curse here just to get rid of absolutely everything and be able to hit hero as well, so they all get inflicted. Is this an Element Grim angle? Explode or Element Grim? I think it's good enough for Element Grim at this point. We'll go for it. It is indeed good enough for Element Grim. Do we go for it again? Let's see. Unfortunately, attack reduction is not really doing anything since they're entangled. Yeah, I think this is a cast Element Grim again angle. We're basically just got to keep setting up the board perfectly for Element Grim, then cast it, and otherwise set up the board if it's not already set up well. Because eventually we're going to deny more purple than we create. But that's match. Alright, that worked out really cleanly. There we go. We were like one turn away from death, though. We were very close to death, but yeah, that's pretty much a flawless battle, 1,403. Really high score, too. The Steam actually scores exceedingly high. I believe it's because it's getting the 8x gem every single time, which is giving it a lot of extra score. I forget how much that is. I think it's like 5, 10 extra points per battle, which I think is the main thing that's really boosting that up. Because, yeah, we're landing it pretty much every time because Element Groom just creates a billion gems. That's a really solid score, too. But there we go. You know what that means. Even though we got 2 losses, it's time to claim all the rewards. And, of course, we didn't buy it. This thing, Max Shiny, is worse than Black Beast, which is an ultra rare. This thing has been dead content since 2.0 in 2015. Even though it used to be meta prior to that, oddly enough. But he's been dead content since traits came into the game. But, yeah, we finally got him shiny to low, I guess. Though even at max shiny, he's still completely dead content, unfortunately. As even 10 years ago, he was dead content. And after 10 years of power creep, that little bit of shininess is not going to save him at all. So, yeah, still dead content. But, hey, we got him shiny. We now get to see him shiny whenever we open up our page. Instead of seeing him in his normal form there. Cool little design. I like this color palette swaps that they do on some of them. It's definitely an improvement for Aberrath. But yeah, that's basically all we get from that, is we get to see him as shiny every time we open this page. But beyond that, that does literally nothing. Also, I just realized, there's a lot of shinies on this first page. Almost half this first page is shiny. And 3 of these are impossible to ever have been shinied. But, yeah, they're starting to slowly fill out. Alphabetically. I never even noticed that till now. Slowly but surely. Alright, anyways, next order of business. We probably want to start activating the 1-hour booster. Oh yeah, let me go ahead out a code as well. Also, reminder, tomorrow night, we will be handing out the pet code, one of the old pet codes for one of the past Christmas events. So we'll have that to hand out tomorrow night. Also, hello, Trequan. Welcome, welcome. You're new to the live stream, but have been subscribed since 2023. How long have I been playing Gems of War? Oh gosh, we've been playing since launch week in 2014. We've been playing for a very, 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 very long time. But yeah, we've been, the channel itself, I believe, is 8 or 9 years channel anniversary next month. I mean, next year in April. But as far as us actually playing, we've been playing for, what is it now? 11, almost 11 and a half years now. But yeah, we've been here since week 1. We just haven't been creating content since day 1. Though I did technically do some videos a few weeks after launch. I just wasn't doing on a regular basis, like on a weekly basis until like a month and a half into the game. I mean, a year and a half, I mean. But yeah, it's been 11 years. Alright, what are we doing? Oh yeah, I was going to go do the 1-hour PvP booster so we can then go do everything else. I don't mind if I waste some of it, I just want to make sure we're doing it on something. So let's go and get our buff real quick. I'll just do it off of magic. Let's go get our magic buff, and then we'll go sweep through everything we need to go do. Which is mostly doing, I guess cleaning up Underspire and just the dailies, because honestly, we're not going to need to do that much PvP today. Because after I use all the medals to get us to where we need to be, I think I only need to do like 1,000 points or something. It's not that much at all. Like, getting top 3 in my current bracket is pretty free this week, which is one of the reasons we're going for it. Then it's the Guild War week, so it's a little bit easier to get. Because we do, I feel like, have a slightly above average win rate for Guild War, if you were to average it out compared to everyone. So whenever the PvP brackets are around, we tend to get slightly more points for free from Guild War, like compared to people that are doing all just the dailies. Because that tends to happen a lot in Ruby rank. Like people just doing bare minimum dailies. Which makes sense, because that's what I normally do when we move up to Diamond rank. So that we could deliberately move back down to Ruby rank so we can actually get top 3. Like we are this week. I just realized I'm still using Stellaryx build here. I was doing that just for fun because we were messing with some teams on Friday and I still never switched it back. We're gonna switch back to Flower. There we go. But yeah, after testing Stellaryx again for a little bit, it's actually amazing how much better Flower Dragon is. Mostly because it can't full miss in the same way that Stellaryx can. Like, it can in the sense that there's no skulls on the board and it'll do no explodes. But it can't ever backfire like Stellaryx does, where you just give the enemy infinite mana. Like, you're always getting some guarantee amount of value. And even in the hypothetical where there are 0 skulls on the board, you know before you cast it that's going to do nothing. So you could just wait if you really had to in that situation. Whereas Stellaryx, you don't know if it's just going to full miss or what it's going to do. Whereas Flower Dragon, you kind of already know at least half in advance what it's going to do. Since all the explodes are exactly where every skull is on the board. Alright, so, how many more points do we need for the PvP weekly? Okay, I need 400 more. Let me go take Central Spire. And then after that, I think we just go throw whatever our token things are and just finish it from there then. And then whatever more PvP we need, we'll go grind right now, which I think is just grind to 20,000 points if we don't already have it. And then go from there. But I think the goal is 20,000 points there. I just realized I'm using first slot Flower Dragon. I don't do that as often. Obviously, it's better for speed, but it kind of compromises your ability to cleanse. So if they have freeze and other annoying mechanics, it can kind of be more annoying. Oh yeah, wait. I didn't double check. Who's Paragon this week? I forgot that we were even trying for that. I don't think I'm getting it, though. Though, maybe we are? I'm not sure. I don't know. Let me go check. I didn't even think about that. But, yeah, I'm gonna go check that right now, actually. Hold up. I don't think we would have with 2 losses. But we did score pretty well with those 2 losses. So if everyone in my guild did 2 losses, we would probably get it. Oh, that's not the right one. That's also not the right one. Also, we've been done with this for a while. I really overbought on sigils. I was expecting my guild to be a little bit more slack. We still have a few, but yeah, they've been carrying themselves pretty well. I could probably just go for tier 6s now instead of needing to go all out. I'll still buy more as we need occasionally. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna check Guild Wars. I highly doubt we got Paragon, but if everyone in my guild lost twice, maybe we have a chance. But obviously, if one of them only lost once or 0 times, we would lose to them. Nope, we lost. Perfect score! Did he just Paragon 2 weeks in a row? That's kind of funny. Yeah, he's demolishing it. Plus, 5 ended up getting only 1 loss. Another one with 1 loss. Yeah, we did really bad then. Because we got double loss this week. There's at least like 5, 6, 7 people in my guild already higher. Incubi probably did it too. They haven't done today's battles, but they're on track to also be higher than us. Actually, where even are we on this list? There we are. But yeah, we got double loss at 4,535. So we didn't do that great. But nope, no Paragon. HP Herm got it 2 weeks in a row. The infinite Paragon loop. Because I don't think anyone in my guild scored higher, no. Yeah, no one came even close to that perfect. That's very nice. Yeah, that's the big issue with the achievement as well. It is possible that someone just insane at Guild Wars in your guild just keeps getting it literally every week. But yeah, we basically have to get a perfect week to do it. Like, if we lose even once, we probably already don't get Paragon. And even if we do go 5-0 every day, we'd still have to score really high on them. As at least one other person in the guild is likely to also 5-0 every day. But yeah, achievement's going to be annoying. And we're set up to be able to do it easily, too. And it might still take us like a month to get. Like, the achievement's basically impossible unless you make your own guild for like a week or something. For like the average player. Like if you have lower stats and don't have as many options. Because even with absolutely everything, it might take us like a complete month to go and get it. Also, thank you, Isabel, for the continued support. Hope the move and new job's been going well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you've been enjoying the holidays. I still can't believe it's only a few days till Christmas. It's like pretty much already here. Because I'm also celebrating it the day before, so it's pretty much 3 days away for me. Or technically 2, since today's pretty much done. Hello, Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. Alright, that's completed. How many more points do we need? I'm pretty sure I'm just throwing them. Oh, come on! I'm 70 short. That's funny. It was going to be hit over regardless when we go do what we're about to go do. So I guess that works out. Oh, I got a deep book. Let me go grab it real quick. I think red was the main color we're looking for these days. As there's 2 red kingdoms I need a max for attack. And we were looking at that one website where you could check all your kingdoms earlier. So red deed books are actually the one we need the most. It used to be purple for the longest time. But now we actually care about red. Oh, come on! The second we need red, we get purple. Wonderful. That's exactly how it's going to be now. We're going to get like 50 purple deed books and get like 5 red in that time. But yeah, now that we don't need purple anymore, we're only going to get purple instead of red. But red is the most desirable deed book for me right now as we finish maxing all magic kingdoms. And the next best stat that we could get is the 2 attack kingdoms we don't have. Well, technically 3. But the one that we're bottlenecked on the most is red. As we're going to need a whole deed book's worth of red books. So almost like 30 red deed books to go get max attack. Compared to every other color that will pretty much just naturally get there on its own. But we're going to need about 30 more reds compared to any other color to be able to get max attack right now compared to everything else. Because that's like our biggest bottleneck right now instead of purple. Alright, let's go use these little thingies real quick. I'm going to do them one at a time so they actually count. I'm still not sure exactly what makes them trigger. But I believe it's going to the PvP season screen. I'm pretty sure. Because for whatever reason, these things don't trigger if you use them multiple at once. Unless you go to the screen. Why? I have no clue. Why has this not been patched? I have no clue. But it's been like this since they've added this feature. That is really weird about updating unless you do them like exactly one at a time. It gets very confused if you do multiple at once. And this is relevant because you want to progress the PvP season. To get it either to 180,000 to go get all rewards or whatever point you want to get it up to. But every time you don't do that, you're losing out potential rewards in this screen. Like, for example, there's some burning marks. We could try to finally get Immortal Gemini, which we still don't have. Alright, let's keep using these until we have every last one done. Looks like we got 5 more to go use. Keep doing them one at a time so the points keep counting. But I hope they fix this bug at some point. I'm actually kind of surprised it hasn't been yet. Especially with all the PvP updates they've been doing lately. But hopefully at some point they will. Alright, back to shop. Go to there. Like, this has been a bug for a while. Like, literally since the feature has existed. Oops, I went to the wrong page again. Hopefully that's not messing it up. I'm not sure if it is or not. Alright, let's make sure we don't mess it up on these two. These things are really hefty. The big ol' 5,000. Alright, go to PvP season. There we go. Get that 5,000 in there. So many points. Actually, we already got another reward. Give me that. Oh, another burning mark coming out too. We should be able to get that with 5,000. Very nice, very nice. Alright, let's go get it. Let's make sure we actually go to the right menu. Go to other, go to this, go to that. Boom, 5,000. Go all the way out. Click on PvP season. Yep, there it is. Burning marks. Give me that. Thank you. Alright, let's go use all of our burning marks. Then we'll go use the hour booster. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Been busy with work and all. This sounds lovely. Hopefully it's been going well. Hopefully I have some time off for the holiday coming up soon. It literally glitched for you in a good way. For some unknown reason, the Paragon achievement popped when you were nowhere near the rank. Ooh, interesting. I think some people got it just for the first week as well. Like if you just like auto defaulted in the Paragon, it gave you the achievement or something. All right. One thing to go check. What was I about to go do? Oh yeah, I was gonna open all the burning marks. Brain is not functioning well tonight. Alright, there we go. We got an immortal, gold marks. Oh no, that's not the good one. I thought that was Ossifer for a second. But 50 is still nice. But that's not Ossifer. Nice. We're rolling really good on immortals today. Unfortunately, still, no Immortal Gemini. How? Oh, another level 10. Isn't this an achievement to get X of them to 10? I still don't have it yet. We're getting really close. I think we only need 1 or 2 more. And then we'll have 5 of them at 10. Is this not what the achievement is? I'm pretty sure it is. We have 1, 2... we have 1, 2... 3. Yeah, I still need 2 more, but a lot of them are really close. I only have 3, but several are very, very close to level 10. I'm actually really surprised we don't have that yet. That's really easy to complete within 5 PvP seasons if you just buy the pass every time. But it's pretty expensive. It's like 25 bucks. For what is basically just PvP material. Though it does give a lot of D-books, though. Indirectly with all the gold marks you would get from it. Alright, there we go. All the immortals have been as max as they can go. Too bad it's not like an auto max screen in that page. Because when would you ever not want to max them out? It's not like you can use multiple copies of them on a team. Alright, oh, we got an EXP booster too. Actually, since we're about to go do an hour boost off the everything else, maybe I'll just go run all these right now. Just start running through the dailies. Might as well, because I don't really care about EXP that much. A lot of the boosters in general, I haven't really been trying to min-max lately. Oh yeah, also, we don't need to do any more PvP, it looks like. I actually overshot a little. We had 24,000. So he should be pretty safe then. Unless he starts using some metals and gets us off. But he's probably in a different bracket, so it shouldn't really matter that much. But yeah, we got an hour booster going. Okay, let's go do an hour of everything then. Hour of dailies, hour of grind. Good time to go use our vault keys too if we have some time near the end. Which we might. But yeah, let's start going through every single daily in the game. With the hour booster rolling. And then any spare time, we'll just spam a bunch of vault keys. Because we got to clear them by the end of the year. Because vault weekend at the end of the year. The final weekend of the year is vault weekend. You're spending Christmas at your parents'? Nice. Yeah, that's something I haven't actually done for a while. I haven't traveled for the holidays in quite a bit. The main reason I haven't for a little while is I was slightly concerned with the airplanes. When there was a lot of reports of you know, no one working. When the government was shut down. And that might be happening again soon, because I believe they're shutting down the government again in January or February around then. So we might have the same airport situation by March. So if you have any plans, wait till April or later. But then again, then there might be another shutdown. Gotta plan your holidays around government shutdowns now. Otherwise, you might be waiting literal hours or miss your flight or have it get canceled or have it delayed for like 5 hours. You're not keeping up to date on the news? I've been here and there. Alright, that should be max pet. Nice! There we go. And now we need to get the golden one tomorrow night. Alright, let's go upgrade it. Pets, upgradable. And now that is 5 to all stats for the trooper we were messing with last Friday. That one's Skull Spammer. But yeah, she's not bad at all. Definitely a good, like, mid-game Skull Spammer. Really good for Droxzoom, really good for Dwarf. Really good if you're missing, like, 3 Mythic Skull Spammers on a team. Not better than the meta, but pretty solid for a Legendary. But yeah, it's nice to see you again, Isabel. Oh, so I still find it hilarious how little Ritz this gives. I believe I was in the beta still back when this came out. And I was mentioning they need to raise this to like 50 or 100 or 200 or, you know, something that isn't like 0. But it is laughable how bad 10 Ritz is. This was mentioned in the beta, and they did literally nothing about it to this day. It's only 10 Ritz. You know how little 10 Ritz is? Like, that's basically 0. It's closer to 0 than it being an actual number. Alright, we did that, we did that. Guild Wars, we already got a perfect. The current weekly, daily, we already finished for the holiday event. Do the dungeon real quick, it's Diamond Day. Unfortunately, immediately hitting the trap. Grab the other thing, good to go. You blame didn't come on this stream. Oh, that's all good. Oh yeah, Isabel. Were we still going to be doing the Animal Crossing thing early next year? Because that's fine if you're busy and everything. Because I'll probably be streaming it regardless. But were we going to still be doing that in like mid-January or so, whenever that update is? As I plan to do at least one stream for it, regardless. But if we were going to make an island, I would definitely do more than one. Oh, you'll still be around for that? Okay. Perfect. I was just wondering because of your work and everything. Because I wouldn't want to take away from that and everything. But yeah, I forget the exact date. Sometime in mid-January. Let's see. We'll take that over. Honestly, I haven't played that game since the last time they did a major update. Which at this point was like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know, Animal Crossing New Horizons is so many things right and wrong. Because I only ever played 2 Animal Crossing games. The OG original one and the most recent one that came out. But after all the updates, it still doesn't have all the features that the original game had, which is kind of crazy. The one that they are adding back in the most upcoming patch in January, which was honestly like the most impressive thing to me when I was a kid, is in the original Animal Crossing on the GameCube. You could find basically out in the world, there's like balloons that you could pop that would like fly by, and they would have little gift thingies in it. And some of the rewards that you can get from using a slingshot on balloons was actual gaming consoles that had actual like demos for games in it. Like you could do things like Excite Bike, that one mini game where you know that arcade game where you like that really old one of Donkey Kong where you like jump over the barrels and everything else with Mario and everything, like things like those, like SNES and like actual like game console things, or you know like the things that you would play in arcades. Like they had like 20 of them programmed in the game, which was crazy. But they're actually adding that feature back to the current Animal Crossing in January. It only took them like 6 years or whatever it was. But they finally got around to it, technically. Alright, let's see. Actually, yeah, it would have been 6 years because it came out in 2020, like March 2020. 6 years late, but they got there. Alright, Vault Keys, I do want to go do a bunch of those. Let me clear through every last daily first. What have we still not done? PvP, did we finish out Center? Yes. Did we do all the other things? Yes. We already got Leaderboard, check. We already did Guild Wars. Okay, I think the only thing left is Underspire. And, I didn't do this battle yet, really? But I believe Underspire and just opening a bunch of Vault Keys, the only 2 things we have left then. You're excited about the resetting? I think the thing I'm most excited about is just the nostalgia factor of those console games being in the game now. As well as be able to like fully custom an island. A feature that I'm actually extremely surprised did not launch with the game. But the amount of potential that it has is very nice. As you no longer need to worry about any kind of mess or resources or anything like that. You just need to own one and you can build infinite of it. Which I pretty much already have one of everything. Alright, let's take this treasure room. Just so we can see what the other room is, but also because it could be something good. But yeah, this is probably the last time that Animal Crossing New Horizons is ever relaunching. Because in theory, they've technically had like 3 launches at this point. One when the game actually launched. Again when they did that Mega Ultra DLC, where you had like the island resort thing. And then again in January, where they're probably doing the last major content update that's ever going to hit the game until they ignore it for the rest of time until they sell another one for like $100. Could you imagine if they went down the Sims route? It's like, oh, it's a $70 game with $500 of DLC. I highly doubt they would ever do that. I don't put that beyond modern Nintendo, though. To go full Sims EA on the Animal Crossing series at some point. Which would be awful. Also, can I get mana, please? There we go. Oh, so I should probably switch back to the real Ubistet team. This area is getting a little bit too deep for this one to function in. Oh, we got it! This is one of the few we haven't seen yet. I believe we only haven't seen 2 yet now. I haven't seen the Dragonite drop, which supposedly gives like 50, which is huge. And I haven't seen the deed books. But we got the one Imperial, which honestly, I almost care about more than the deed book these days. No, the deed book's still better, but Imperial's still really solid. Probably the second best reward I actually want from it. But, yeah, it's nice. We finally got it. Alright, what do we do with the rest of our battles? Is there anything in the earlier sections we have not done? Otherwise, we're gonna have to switch back to Ubistet team. Yes, right over here. Oh, wait, but is this merchant room, though? Yeah, that's just merchant. Because we haven't found merchant yet in that area. Which means that's guaranteed to be merchant, then. Alright, so there's no point in going over there. This is like a double diverging path. But otherwise, just going straight to a merchant. Over here is a lot to explore. The only problem is it's a highest level range, so they're going to be kind of slow battles. I think we have to do that. Or just hope that the other path double diverges. You know what? We're going to gamble it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be a double dead end where one of them is something. I'm going for it. The main reason I actually want to check this too is just out of curiosity. If this is going to be the other scouting orb. Because up to 2 can appear, but we've only seen 1 this entire time. Which makes me think this right here is going to be a double dead end with merchant and scouting orb. I just want to see if that's actually correct, even though I don't need either of those 2 things. I just want to see if that is what's over here. Just so we know for scouting in the future. Because that's good intel to know for the future for every time we do this, rather than just this week. How are we not dead yet? Oh, he's one of the, I didn't notice that. He's one of the tankier dragons. He's one of the cosmic dragons. I was wondering how he wasn't dead yet. Oh, yep, here's the double dead end. So my guess on this double dead end is merchant plus oracle room. That is my guess. One of them is a 100% chance to be merchant. The other one could be oracle or it could be dead end. Ideally, it would be dead end, but my hunch is it is oracle room because we haven't seen the second one yet. I'm curious where it's going to scout since we've pretty much already scouted the whole place. Because that would also let us know if it scouts an area you haven't seen yet. Because we've seen almost the entirety of the delve. And it'll be able to show us if it does a random location you haven't seen. Or if it just does a random location, just period. I assume it's a random location you haven't seen yet. Oh, okay. We did not get an oracle room, but we did get a dead end room. And obviously the merchant, which we already knew was going to be here. Yeah, no oracle room. Weird. I guess we just got a 1 oracle room week. Unless our oracle room is in the final floor, which would do literally nothing. Because that's the only place it can be. So yeah, this might be a week where we only got 1. Because I have a feeling they don't put it in floor 6, but it would be kind of pointless to put one in floor 6. Unless it's in one of those dead ends. But it would do almost nothing on floor 6 because you're already done. Unless it backtracks to a previous floor that you haven't been to. In which case, I guess it wouldn't be as bad. Alright, we need the other thing to die already. And a little bit more mana there. Take that down. Grab our explode. Yeah, just keep taking mana. Being diseased on that thing's kind of annoying though. And that should be a match. Alright, so what do we get from here? Second Guardian Troop? We did get one from the very first dead end room this week. No, useless trade stones. Alright, that's everything. The only place we haven't scouted is the deep section of floor 6, but that takes too long, so we're not going to bother. It would also cost us gems, which makes it even more not worth it. But otherwise, that is basically a fully completed Underspire. We found roughly 16 to 18 treasure rooms, however many it was. We found both the 2 that are needed for the achievement, the keg room, the powder keg, as well as the mine one that gives you curse runes. We got to see at least one of every new room, including the scouting room, the door room, which was a really fun mechanic, by far the best one. It was definitely my favorite mechanic as far as how it makes you go through the delve, as you have to do quite a bit of a different playstyle compared to normal for it. It also has the potential of saving you the most amount of gems if you only care about getting to the end. But it's probably my absolute favorite new room in pretty much every aspect. But yeah, we've seen one of everything. And we've seen pretty much at its max capacity, too. The only things that we haven't seen at max capacity, pretty much, was just the one Oracle room, I guess. Where we only got one instead of two. But we found 3 of that one little treasure room. All the ones that had 1, we found 1 of. We probably didn't find 20 treasure rooms, but we got a pretty high amount. At least 15, 16, 17, somewhere around there. I never kept track the whole time. But yeah, that is the first week of the new Underspire. Overall, first impressions of it is, yeah, really nice. Makes it a lot more worthwhile. Makes it so you don't necessarily need to use as many torches, depending on how you want to go about it. Changes the play style if you take the door and a few other mechanics there. Both the scouting one and the door one is the main 2 that has the most amount of play style change. But yeah, I like it. A great addition with 9.0. It's one of those few patches that didn't do anything bad and only did good things. Which is great to see. A patch that doesn't ruin anything, no. But everything about it was nice. Like, not a single change was bad. Some are better than others, but none of them were bad. And the rest of the booster will just run on Vault Keys. Because you gotta try to clear a bunch of these by the end of the year. As next Vault event weekend is on the... Oh no, it's not the last weekend of this month, it's the one after that. But the first weekend of next month is a new Mythic and Vault weekend. So I gotta clear all these keys by then. That's plenty of time. We're gonna get most of it done now, and then we just can get it done in like 10-20 minutes later. On some Monday. Then we'll have a nice solid 0 going into the Vault weekend. But yeah, it's the first weekend of next year, not the last weekend of this month. Yeah, I have heard that. Some people's secret passage went forward 2 floors. Which is an insane amount of gem savings. Like, if you don't backtrack at all and just keep moving forward, a 2-floor skip, if you just ignore everything else in those 2 rooms that you skipped, is a value of roughly 300 gems if you plan on doing the whole thing. Is anywhere from 300 to 400 gems in savings, as well as a lot of time saving. If your only goal is to like double the gold and double the, or you know, double the gold glory, and maybe double the pet orb and dragonite at the end. If that was your only goal, it saves 300 to 400 gems, getting a double floor skip. But I got a little unlucky. I only got a single floor skip. And plus I backtracked to get most of them anyways. I think by the end, I technically only saved 1 torch with the door. Just because I backtracked to get all the treasure rooms and everything else. But I literally only saved 1 room. But if all you cared about was like the end loot all the way at the deep section, you would save closer to 300 to 400 gems rather than just 1 single torch. Also, they still haven't fixed this getting kicked out of menu. Gosh, I did this during one of the betas back in like 2017 or 2018. But made an extensive long list of like every bug still in the game. I'm pretty sure it was over 100 things. In the following patch, I think like 3 of them were fixed. But I feel like if I was to do that to the current state of the game, it would be at least 300 things. Like small little bugs that just add up like crazy. And some of them seem like they would be really easy to fix. Like some of them I know for sure, just because how the game is coded, they can never be fixed. But there are some things I feel like would be so free to fix. One of them being the Vault Key one that we're experiencing right now. All you have to do is have a delay if you're spam clicking. So you can't accidentally spam click out of that menu. There's a lot of other screens in the game that have that delay. Why don't the new Vault Key screen from several years ago have it? That glitch has been in the game for like 3 or 4 years. Because they didn't add that buffer screen that almost every other transition screen has in the game. Like, stuff like that makes me think they don't know it even exists as a bug. Because it works so much differently than every other interface in the game. Oh yeah, that reminds me too. Does anyone have any suggestion for Steam sale games? We might be doing a stream on New Year's Eve. And we might just do a bunch of small games or just one game for a little while. And I haven't decided yet what we're doing. But I want it to be all games that we can finish within a single stream. If it's one longer or multiple smalls. And I haven't decided what we're doing. But I kind of do want to do something just for the fun of it. Like, do a bit of variety where we just kind of speed through maybe, like, 3 to 5 different games. That are all, like, a couple hour in length. Or however long they are. Maybe not a couple hour, but, you know, around that time frame. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I stopped doing the betas. Like, 98% of everything you say never gets implemented. So I just stopped bothering. Like, they take so little feedback during betas. Like, I know they can't act on everything, obviously, but the amount that they do act on is so small. I know, that was pretty much the game plan, which is just to try a bunch of different games of any genre. Because I generally don't do that much variety gaming. I'm the kind of person who will just spend like a 4 to 5 digit number of hours in the game. I tend to not play like the 1 to 3 hour game category that often. Mostly because their time per investment is really high in a sense. There's a lot of games in that category you're spending over $1 per hour played, technically. Whereas most other games I play are literal cents per hour played. If even that high. Fall Guys to catch up on. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing Fall Guys sometime early next year to see what the state of Fall Guys is in 2026. I would assume nearly dead, but as long as there's enough people to get lobbies going, I would definitely pay whatever public thing they have going on at a given time. I still never got the Golden Dragon outfit. If mostly only kids are playing these days, we could probably farm crowns very easily. Because I'm not sure what the player base of that game would even be like these days. Because obviously most people have kind of moved on from that game. It's still fun though. The main thing that finally killed it for me though is when they finally made it into a sandbox game. And added all the custom maps and everything. Then they stopped doing seasons, which was kind of the whole appeal to even come back in the first place. Because if they were still doing seasons to this day, and didn't add a custom map thing and tried to force it as a main feature, I'd probably still be coming back every season they ever did. If they've done like 10 seasons in the last few years or whatever it would be. But they've done 0 in that time. So there's literally been no reason to come back. Like, they're still adding new skins and such, but the previous content system that they had to actually bring people back, they stopped doing for like 3 to 4 years now, or however long it's been. Because the very last season they did was that one space season, or whatever that was. Which was pretty solid. Not the best season they ever had, but it wasn't a bad one. Or was it the sports season thing they did after? I don't remember. One of those two was the last one they ever did, though. Because the weirdest thing that Fall Guys did that I will never understand to this day, they made a lot of weird choices. But from making the game so seasonal based to then just completely demolishing the season-based system was probably the weirdest choice they made in the entirety of that game. Like, if they still did the custom maps but still had seasons, I'd probably still come back for every season just to check it out. Maybe grind it all the way and then stop the second we finish grinding the season. But, I don't know, they just made a really weird decision to basically get rid of the main gimmick they had to bring anyone back ever. I'm not sure if that was Epic Games just trying to deliberately kill the game so that they could let Fortnite and stuff, you know, flourish more. But, yeah, it's just a really weird decision. Yeah, the winter season was honestly probably one of the more memorable ones. That first year winter season. Honestly, that was probably peak Fall Guys. Because by that point, all the people that just did it for the hype were already gone, but it still had like a really active player base. Because that was around 4 to 5 months after it launched, that one winter season one. All the maps were really good, all the finals were really good. Like Ice Hexagon and such. Yeah, that was a really good season. Probably even the best. It was also when we got the really funny play of the, of that one spinning thing they added to make that one memory match map harder. And somehow, we faked the tile. And a lobby of like 40 people all died except me. We won on like the second round. Because like 40-something people went onto the wrong tile, all thinking it was the right one for some reason. Which is probably the funniest play we had in every single... out of like 2,000 hours in that game, or however long we've been playing. I think it was like 1,500. In all my time playing that game, there's never been a funnier moment than that. When are we going to queue it up again? Maybe I'll do it like the first or second week of next year before Animal Crossing. If we do end up streaming on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, I don't think we're going to be doing Fall Guys then. We'll just do a bunch of variety of games to see what we can get from the summer sale and just try a bunch of stuff out. But I would do it probably the week after that. I just try Fall Guys again and see what the state of it's like these days. It's been about a solid year since I last played it. I don't think it's recovered much though. But just to see what's going on with it. You wish I would have made that into a YouTube short? That clip that I was talking about. Oh no, I've never been a big fan of short form content like that. I'm a millennial boomer in that regard. All these fancy Gen Zers with their 5 to 30-second clips. I don't know, I'm not really the kind of person that consumes short-term content, so I don't really produce short-term content, or short-form content. Because I've never once looked at TikTok. I avoid shorts on YouTube completely. And I don't use any other platform that has anything even remotely similar to shorts. They're good for quick promotions. Yeah, they're almost like little ads in a sense. Like little ads that people watch willingly. Capitalism at its finest. Why pay for ads when you can make money from them? Oh, we still have 30-minute of booster left? Oh, we're gonna go through every key then. We'll easily make it through every key. I even have some time to do some Explore 12 and anything else. Or maybe go do a little bit more PvP just to make sure we have a nice secure third slot, which is probably what we're gonna do actually. I highly doubt we're gonna get past, but they can shoot up by like 10,000 whenever they feel like it, so you never know. I guess that's less of a reason to go do it then. If they're gonna shoot up, they're gonna shoot up by like amount that you can't grind past. That they're gonna shoot up by like 10 to 50,000 or something, if not more. You watch shorts before you fall asleep. That is actually something that randomly played one day that I have slowly been getting into. I think someone actually joked about on stream one day. But I've actually been looking up some ASMR videos occasionally to help sleep too. There's a genre of video I have never watched until like a few months ago. But yeah, they're actually kind of decent. Oh, major pet orb! That is like the thing we want to get. I wish I had another code to hand out because this would be like the thing to hand it out for. I'm just very limited on how many we have left. So I can't. But this is like the thing we're going for. Like if you ever wonder why do we farm vault events when we have like so many keys and everything? This is what we're looking for. Well, there's a few things. Obviously that, the gold glory, the silver glory. But that is like the thing of things that we want. Is to realistically max out every pet. We need a lot more of those. That's like one of the #1 priorities we want to get for all max pets. And now that cosmetic pets are pretty easy to go get upgraded as well, we can actually start using those pet orbs on non-cosmetic pets. Because the whole reason why you use them on cosmetic pets in the past is they never really rotated again. But now that they rotate under the new pet system, you can use them on anything now. You can use them on cosmetic, you could use them on non-cosmetic. So now we can actually use them to gain additional stats. Obviously in very niche situations when we're using like a very specific team setup. But with all the very high restrictions these days, you know, we'll eventually be able to utilize it some. As there's a restriction for almost everything these days. With how a lot of the game is structured. May only come up like once a year, but you know, it would eventually come up. Save a little bit of time. But I think that's the main reason why I generally don't play games that are only like 1 to 5 hours long. I really like grind-based games. Ones that you can grind for like tens, hundreds, even thousands of hours. Oh, you know what game? I need to go check to see if it's on sale. Ooh. Oh, I don't think I could finish that within one stream, though. But one game I never streamed that was really fun. I think they even made a Zelda clone at one point, though that's not the game I would want to play. Is a game called Card City Nights. It's a card deck builder with a storyline based behind it. It's definitely very indie-like, in that obviously they cut a lot of corners to make the game work. Because obviously they had a low budget and everything else. But it was a really fun concept for a card game. It was actually balanced pretty well. And they did a sequel too that I never played. I just feel like within one stream you wouldn't be able to play the base game and the sequel within one stream. You'd run out of time. Because of YouTube's arbitrary like 12-hour limit. Well, technically you can stream longer than 12 hours, but it starts cutting off the video after 12 hours. Or, you know, the playback of the video. I'm not sure why they do that. Because they let you upload like hundreds of hours. But for whatever reason, you're not allowed to stream for longer than like 11 hours and 55 minutes. Until the video afterwards starts getting cut off. I wonder if they did that deliberately to try to discourage people from doing 24-hour streams. Now that I think about it, that sounds like such a YouTube thing they would do. For people's health to make it so it would be impossible to do a 24-hour stream. So of course you could just do 2 11 and 55-minute streams. That sounds like YouTube would do. Doing these pet, I shouldn't. Actually, that was the first pet we ever got back in the day. When pets first came out. That was the very, very first one. We got that penguin, which I believe is blue bonus. Oh, nice. Little mini pet orb. Those are still good. Not as good as the major one, but it's 1/3 of a major in a sense. At this point, major orbs would mostly just be utilized on pets that you only have one copy on, regardless if it's cosmetic or a boost pet. Because now it doesn't really matter what type of pet you upgrade, it mostly just matters how many copies of the pet you have, or lack thereof. So any that you only have one copy of are the biggest targets to throw the major pet orb on. With the statted ones now being a little bit more relevant. Because for whatever reason, it feels... a nice another pet orb. It feels like the new pet system really prioritizes cosmetic pets. Like, it almost feels like they overcompensated. I guess that's better than undercompensating. To try to be able to get them all. Well, I show my max kingdoms. You want to make sure you're following your lead. Well, not all of them are done in a specific order. Oh, we actually went over, I believe, on Monday video too, where we brought up the whole page that had all of them. But I can go show them once this booster is done. Just remind me in about, like, 20-ish minutes. Actually, we'll do it when we run out of vault keys, because I don't mind wasting some of the booster. I do want to at least deplete down to 0 vault keys, though. Which should take about 10 minutes. Well, as far as kingdom upgrades are concerned, the only two you really need to know about is do magic kingdoms as highest priority and do attack kingdoms as second highest priority. Everything beyond that is basically just preference. Like if you like the team bonuses there, or if you just happen to have a lot of things there because you spent a lot of event keys one day or 1 week. But magic and attack kingdoms are only two things you really need to prioritize. Everything else is just basically personal preference or what you happen to have. Because now that we finished all magic kingdoms, we're now working on all attack kingdoms. Which is 2 more reds and 1 more brown. Which is why we actually need red deed books more than any color at the moment. As the main thing bottlenecking us for max attack is red deed book. And then after that, we could pretty much just upgrade whatever. Because HP and armor are weighted pretty evenly. Obviously, armor has the benefit of boosting Rowan, Tesla, stuff like that. But even though HP isn't used as offensively, it's a better defensive stat than armor. Like, if you're only looking at it from a survivability standpoint, HP is just definitively better than armor. The only reason why armor is sometimes considered better is because Tesla, Rowan, Guard's Avatar, and other similar troops that get really good boost ratio based on armor. But ignoring those troops, 1 HP is better than 1 armor. But because those troops exist, 1 armor tends to actually be stronger than 1 HP. Assuming you're using Tesla or something similar on your team. But if you're not using something like that on your team, HP is just definitively better than armor. Assuming your team uses no armor boost ratio. You have all the magic done? Nice. Yeah, we just finished that the other week. Actually, we finished on this Monday. I only just this week got that done. We're a little behind the curve. As far as people who have been playing the whole time through that time. I feel like we've just been getting bad purple RNG luck on random deed books from PvP. Then I only ever bought into the first PvP season, so we didn't get a lot of extra ones from that. Then I definitely occasionally slack on the PvP dailies occasionally. I still do enough to get the seasonal goal done. But just barely sometimes. I miss it like just enough that we barely get it. Like for example, this season, I think I can only miss it 1 more day from how many times I've already missed it this season. The main thing I hate about it is every single day it's different. It's not like one of those dailies that you just do it the exact same way every day. It constantly keeps changing, which gets confusing sometimes. Because where you have to do your battle changes, if you even have to do a battle changes. It's just constantly changing. It's not like something like a, I don't know, like daily adventure board thing. Like those are really, you know, straightforward. You just go in there, click all the rooms that are useful, do them, get in, get out. Like there's like no variance to it. But the PvP daily is like, it's a different daily for 7 days straight every week. And then it repeats back. Which makes it a lot more confusing. Like every Monday will be the same, every Tuesday will be the same, so on and so forth. Well, even that's not even technically true. Because the teams that you have to use sometimes change too. Like one week it might be Fae, the next week it might be Dragon. And even if you're primarily using an Immortal, you would still have to change the shell of the team around it. Like on Mondays, even though we're almost always running Immortal Glacia, unless we have access to Dragon, or, you know, like Flower Dragon or something. But even though we're almost always running Immortal Glacia there, we'd still have to switch up the team depending on what the actual typing is. You know, for all the main accumulators, everything else. Alright, 6 marquees. You wish you could lock in teams with no resets? Yeah, they constantly keep resetting. And it doesn't remember your last one set. Like for typing. Though I do believe they fixed it from cross-platform though. If you save a team on PC and then on the same week go to mobile, it does save it now from what I last recall. It wasn't doing that for a while, but they fixed that in one of the bug patches this year. It's only relevant if you play both PC and mobile in a given week. But the problem is from week to week, it tends to not save them. But I believe that mostly has to do with like a weird glitch that still exists when you put Immortal on a team. Is I believe if you put an Immortal on a team in a location, but then have a different typing there that you still put the Immortal on, the next time that you have that previous typing, it'll not do the team. Because it gets confused by the Immortal that was set for the previous typing. Still some weird oddities with it. Like, they made some fixes to it, but it's not completely fixed in the current state of the game. It's definitely better than it was at launch, if nothing else. Or, you know, launching a new PvP system. But still not fully fixed yet. Maybe by 2028 it will be. No. Speaking of which, when are we getting that treasure hunt update? That was supposed to come with, like, the arena update back in, like, several years ago. Still wish they would get around to that. Oh yeah, the kingdom upgrades. So the kingdoms I have upgraded in no particular order are Silverglade, Glacial Peaks, Stormheim, technically Droxzoom, but it's missing troops, Whitehelm, Sword's Edge, Pridelands, Zhejian, Adana, Forest of Thorns, Dragon's Claw, Karkaroff, Blackhawk, Drifting Sands, Suncrest, Zolkari, Darkstone, and Blighterlands. Those are all the ones I currently have max. Technically, Droxzoom is as far as deed books. There's not enough troops there currently to upgrade it. But that would be in the next upcoming months. It just needs like 2 more troops. But yeah, all those are our max ones at the moment. But obviously all Magic Kingdoms and all Attack Kingdoms being highest priority. The only Attack Kingdoms we're missing are... That's a good question, I forget where they are. I believe this was one of them. Yeah, the only Attack Kingdoms I'm missing are Wild Plains, Droxzoom, which currently cannot be maxed at the moment. It's an Attack Kingdom. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's an Attack Kingdom, but... oh, no, it doesn't even show that's Attack Kingdom there. Well, I'm pretty sure it's Attack Kingdom. I can't actually see the thing. But, yeah, that should be an Attack Kingdom. Let me set this back to Kingdom. It says Home Kingdom. Which is question mark, bring it up? No, this is a different tab. Be a Droxzoom, which currently can't be maxed. Wild Plains, which can be, I just don't have it yet. And Center Mirage are the last 3 Attack Kingdoms. Oh, so I just realized something. That's really interesting. Because they're Attack Kingdoms, their overall durability of troops in the kingdoms are lower. Which makes sense, because as something has higher attack, they have lower HP and armor. I find this interesting because you know what 3 kingdoms are the only kingdoms you can still one-shot with a Dust Devil team on Explore 1? Cinder Mirage, Wild Plains, and Droxzoom. You know what the 3 attack kingdoms we still need to upgrade are? Cinder Mirage, Wild Plains, and Droxzoom. I never noticed that until just now. That's kind of funny. But yeah, the 3 attack kingdoms we still need to get up are also the 3 with the lowest overall durability within the kingdom. Which makes sense because they're attack kingdom and things that have higher attack have lower HP and armor in this game. That doesn't apply for higher magic, but it does apply for higher attack. Things with higher attack specifically have less HP and armor. Or inversely, if something has low attack, like 0, it has really high HP and armor. Alright, Guild Wars done, that's done. Oh yeah, at this point, I think we just do, I don't know, check PvP real quick. Otherwise, I guess we just send a few explorers. What am I looking for? Ladder, PvP. Oh yeah, how many more weeks of PvP do we have? Maybe we do PvP. You know why? I need to get 150,000 points by I think 2 weeks from now. No, we have 3 weeks. So not tomorrow. Or not next week. But 2 weeks after that. Or, you know, we have 3 weeks, basically. To finish out the PvP season. Which, at our current amount of points, we would need to get 50,000 more in 3 weeks, which means on average I would have to get about 16,000 more per week. So yeah, let me do the rest of our booster in PvP then and just quick kill it. But yeah, I need to get around 16,000 per week for the next 3 weeks on average. In order for us to get the legend for free. Otherwise it's going to cost us 800 diamonds later. And by free I mean silver marks, which is basically free. Nice, 69. But that's the whole reason we'd want to get the 150,000. It saves 800 diamonds. Maybe even more if we want to get multiple copies of it. But it saves bare minimum 800 diamonds. Yep, no problem for showing. If anyone still has any other questions, anything else, let me know. Otherwise, for the next 10 minutes, I guess we'll just farm a little bit of PvP grind here. And apparently the next 3 weeks, I might need to go do a little bit more PvP grind in general. As we got to scrap together 50,000 points in that time. It's not required, but 800 diamond saving is quite a lot. Especially for getting 2 or 3 of it, in which case it's even more than that. We also get access to the troop early in case it's ever relevant for anything. Though I don't believe the legend this season for PvP was that relevant. But sometimes it is. Like, not like really meta, but like usable enough that you might bring it out in a certain category. None of them have ever been, like, over-the-top strong. But a handful of them have been strong enough that you would occasionally use them under the right restriction. Hey, haven't you guys been getting snow? My area still has not gotten snow. We've been getting some absurdly cold days. But still no snow. It snowed in this area, like, 3 times in the last, like, 20 to 30 years. Too warm in this area. I don't mind not needing to shovel snow and everything, though. That gets so annoying. But this area basically never gets seasons. It's summer, 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 and fall. Are the only seasons this area has. I guess partially a spring, but it turns to summer very quickly. Because obviously there's still a blooming period and everything else. But it has the heat as if it's like the dead of summer. Some of the trees get really confused too. Because some years where it stays consistently warm, they never even shed their, I always said feathers. They don't shed their leaves. But, it's really weird because sometimes they'll start doing it almost like right before spring. Like they'll shed their leaves if this is like fall. Because sometimes late winter gets really, really cold that finally triggers it. It's really weird. The trees get really confused around this area. Do you have any idea how long servers would be up for Gems of War? I have no clue. Given that they don't have too many other profitable projects, I would assume a very long time. Until they could eventually produce something that's more popular than Gems of War. Which, based on their track record, is not ever happening. Specifically Infinity Plus 2. But even 505 games. Like, what big 505 game has there been in the last, like, 5-ish years? That wasn't them just acquiring another company. Like Infinity Plus 2. Because I can't think of a single one. I almost want to go check that real quick. I think I can sort it by release date. Let me go look at every 505 published game by release date. And see if I even recognize a single game in the last 5 years. Let's see. Where's Steam? Go to... Let's see, Steam... How do I get to Steam from here? I think I could do it from achievements. No. I know one of these pages can get me there. DLC, maybe? Discussions should. So if I go to discussions, I believe I can get the store page from here. Let me go look up... Actually, no. Bring me back. Bring me to this page, store page. Because then I can use this to get to 505 games. And I can use this to sort by... Where's the latest? Is there no sort button anywhere here that says the latest? New releases. Let's see. Some kind of car racing game. Puzzle Quest 3 re-release, or Puzzle Quest 1 re-released for like the, what, 5th time? I've played it like 3 times through on the channel all the way through for like 3 different releases. We're not going to bother doing it again. But this is like the 5th time they've re-released Puzzle Quest 1. Another racing game that I would never play. What is this? Euedian Chronicle 100 Heroes. Never heard of it. What even is this? Sounds like an RPG. So it looks and sounds like a JRPG. Yeah, it's a JRPG. Doesn't look that bad though, honestly. But I have so many things on my backlog of JRPGs. If I was to go into JRPGs again, we are doing probably the entirety of Octopath Traveler. I'm not sure if we would do it in order from 0 to 2. Actually, is the Octopath Traveler 0 even out yet? But if we ever do a JRPG anytime soon, it's probably going to be Octopath Traveler 0 to 2. 0, 1, and 2. I'm not sure if I'll do it in numerical order or if I'll do it chronologically. Because chronologically it would be 1, 2, 0. But if we were to do it, not chronologically, or, you know, the time that they came out would be 1, 2, 0. But if we were to do it, you know, numerically, it'd be 0, 1, 2. So it'd be starting with the most recent game and then working our way up numerically to the first game and then the second game. Oh no, did Octopath Traveler 0 come out? Yeah, I'm not even sure. I haven't been keeping up with it. And there's obviously Puzzle Quest 3. That one we've done a lot. I did the beta for a year. Probably like 2,000 hours in it, if not more. Which doesn't show up on Steam because I did it on mobile. And then a bunch of other games I've never seen before. Yeah, they haven't really been doing much. Especially that, like, their 5th most recent game is literally Puzzle Quest 3. This basically came out in 2022. It's like their 5th most recent game. And this is just a remake. This is just 2 racing games. And this actually is something, but it's just a JRPG that we probably wouldn't get around to from our gigantic backlog of RPGs that I can't be bothered to go through because they are like 50 to 100 hours long each. Especially if you're playing through an entire franchise, which then makes it like 200 to 300 hours long. Octopath Traveler is probably like 1 to 200 hours if we were to play all 3 games. Probably close to the 2 to 300. Like, it's not a short endeavor. Like, it is like a 10-hour stream every day for a month, and we might still not be done amount of content. I do own 1 and 2 right now, I believe. I don't own 0 at the moment, though, I don't think. Anyways, we still got some boosters. Let's do a little bit of PvP. But it is one issue I didn't tend to have with some RPGs like that, like JRPGs and other ones like that, is they're a weird combination of very heavily storyline based, but also generally not having infinite content. JRPGs and RPGs like that in general very specifically tend to hit around the 50 to 200 hour mark per game, but do not have infinite content to grind. It's almost like the worst of both worlds in a sense, from a time perspective of trying to get it in. Because not only is it a single time, just very heavy storyline based thing, but it's also very long. It's not like a short game that you pick up for like, you know, like 5-10 hours, maybe even a little less. And it's like, oh, I experience everything. But it's also not infinitely grindable, so once you hit like that 100 hour mark, it's like, okay, I've ran out of stuff to do now. The game is just fully completed. Like, there's an actual end. But the end is so far away. It's a weird combination. Where it has a definitive end, but the definitive end is like such an absurdly long amount of time to get there. But then afterwards also doesn't have infinite content. How's this thing still alive? There we go. Alright, one more battle, and I'm pretty sure our booster has hit its end. Let's take a nice big battle. But we will be back tomorrow. It will be the only stream next week unless we end up streaming on New Year's Eve. Which I might be doing because I don't have any current plans for it, but if plans do pop up, I probably won't be streaming that day, obviously. Definitely won't be able to on like Christmas Eve or Christmas, as it will be busy both those 2 days, including the day probably afterwards. But New Year's Eve we might be able to go do. Oh no, we still got a few battles left. Let's go get those in real quick. Got like 3 or 4 more we could squeeze in there. And we'll be back tomorrow night, and that'll probably be the last stream of the year. Unless we happen to do one for New Year's Eve then. Which is still up in the air if there will be one or not. And of course, tomorrow's video will also be the last one of the year. There's just no Mythic coming out since, you know, it doesn't come until the following week's Friday. Oh yeah, tomorrow's already Monday. That's crazy. I feel like this week skipped an entire day somewhere. I'm not sure where. But at some point this week, the days just went forward one whole additional day out of nowhere. Because this week definitely only had 6 days in it. I refuse to believe this has been a 7-day week. One a few times we're actually cursing to go get that off. Because I didn't really need it. I did that so I could use Flower Dragon, but I just did Takshaka anyway, so that curse was completely irrelevant. And 15 seconds not enough time to do anything with. But anyways, guys, we will be back tomorrow night with what might be the final... Actually, it would be, regardless. What will be the final Gems of War stream of the year, as well as the final video of the year sometime in the morning. But, yeah, we'll cover the weekly video sometime tomorrow morning or afternoon, and we'll have the stream at the normal time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mostly probably going to be messing around with the world event, probably spending a bunch of torches to go have some fun in the new Underspire, which we'll probably be doing full completion on like this every single week until it's done. So the next 4 weeks we'll probably get that done. Beyond that... Oh wait, never mind, there's another week after that too, I forgot. Wait, never mind, the 29th would be the final one, not tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know time. But anyways, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. And the video will be up sometime tomorrow, hopefully by noon, hopefully early in the morning. And I'll catch you guys then. Have a wonderful holiday, stay warm out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye everyone, and thanks for watching.